Hello everyone and welcome to the first channel to stream Tormenta 20 played in English. I'm Alexander Januzzi, your host and GM for this adventure of End of Times, and with me have an amazing cast, so let's please go ahead and do a round of introductions.
Boy, howdy, hi, my name is Giselle Fernandez, they, them. I am a voice actor and I am playing Bucko, the Minotaur Hunter, who's just like chill, bro. He, they.
Hi, I'm not used to going this early. I'm Natalia Molero. Also a voice actress, and she, her, and I'll be playing Kit. Also she, her, the very talkative, very honest cleric.
I'm also not used to going this early. Hi, I'm Sydney Granat. I'm playing Thyme, the Sylph Bard. She, her for both of us, who, as we've literally just discussed a minute ago, you know very little about. And I get to... we actually get to go into her backstory today.
Hi everyone, I'm Victor Lucky and I'm not actually a human being. And I'll be playing Crimson Void today. That it happens to not be a human being as well. But you already know that.
We already knew both of those pieces of information. Previously, on End of Times. Our adventurers all arrived at the same day at Fort Hammerhead, the kingdom's only bastion in the Central Hills. On the next morning, they were hired by Belinda, the owner of the tavern/smithy, to go chase her apprentice, who ran away with all her pieces of rainbow metal, a rare metal found only in the Central Hills. The adventurers almost died while rescuing Bartram's owner from cannibal orcs, and were only able to retrieve a couple of weapons made of rainbow metal. The rest was given to a couple of threatening people dressed in black who disappeared in a bright light in the sky. Our adventurers later found out that these people work for the Brotherhood, a prominent thieves guild in the kingdom. They also learned that Bartram was coerced by the thieves guild, and on that occasion there was a third person, a large person covered in black robes. On their way back to the fort, they met a couple of other adventurers, Captain Dihion and Kururu, who were looking for their lost friend Bullock, who was abducted by a traveling circus. Back at the fort, they found, besides putting Bartram back to work to supervise work, they found their only clue about the circus and went to visit Mabel LeBlanc 3 days east. And there, for the second time, they heard of a tall man dressed in a black cloak, supervising 2 other men or people also dressed in black. Mabel told the heroes that they wanted, those people wanted to buy the LeBlanc estate, and she shooed them away. She said that the next day, a circus tried to perform there, and she shooed them away also. Unfortunately, her son Gaspar disappeared overnight, and Mabel blamed the circus. Before the adventurers left, Mabel showered them with soup made from the Tormenta-infected well behind the house, and Crimson Void ate so much of it that the effects became permanent.
It was delicious, by the way.
The adventurers went further east, but not recommended. Do not drink Tormenta water. Adventurers went further east, following the circus's trail, and met a traveler named Fortunata on the way. They made a bet with her that if they failed on their mission to rescue Gaspar, they would tell her a memory that they were uncomfortable reliving. But if they were successful, she would tell them a secret. Continuing their search, they found Gomer and his Scythopagus brother Fib, which is a mouth and a nose on his back, basically. And they own a goat farm and make moonshine. Their goats had been shown up dead, dried of their blood, ever since he declined feeding an undescribable pet of a girl who just showed up on his doorstep 4 days earlier. Our heroes set up Duke the Goat Duke, as bait to the girl and her pet in an attempt to try and lure her to reason with her. The girl arrived unseen, and things were about to turn sour when Grun seemed to be able to get her to think of an alternative, and she took Grun's vial of water from the LeBlanc well. Without saying much more, she left, and the adventurers weren't even sure what to do next when the circus came to them, with carts and carriages rolling by themselves, circling around the heroes, and the circus space that built itself in front of them with a fence, 5 tents and benches, and a stage. Crimson Void paid for the entry by promising, for himself and for the group, by promising to stay with the circus if they could keep him there. And so our adventurers walked into the fence, which closed behind them, and the dwarf who greeted them disappeared. After speaking to another pair of Scythopagus brothers inside one of the tents, our heroes fought the girl Tymora, and her pet, the Tormenta Chupacabra. And then our heroes were herded onto the stage as the audience chanted to them, "One of us," turning one by one against their friends. And after a long and frenetic fight, made more frenzied by their own designs, our heroes finally defeated Mr. Zardu, the leader of the circus. Only to find that most things in the circus were actually very mundane. Most of his spells were simple illusions. Zardu wasn't exactly a charlatan, but he wasn't really the plain traveling mage that the clues portrayed him to be. How he managed to pull off everything he did, still being a mystery, the heroes escorted all the circus's victims outside of the circus and proceeded to burn the circus to the ground. Their adventurers then delivered the adults from the audience back to their village of Placidity and convinced them to at least consider the possibility of moving next to the Fort Hammerhead. And they took Gaspar back to his mother, who was extremely happy and gave them an extra reward. And later, once they made up camp, they met Fortunata again and managed to get a couple of secrets out of her, including the location of the Wandering Cemetery. On their first day of travel back to the fort, they found a wooden cabin with a thatched roof and decided to visit, which of course meant they pushed Kit forward to do the talking. As she went to knock, the door opened, revealing a lanky woman with long dark hair, dark purplish robes, and a pointy hat of the same color, greenish skin, a huge nose with a huge wart on it, bright green eyes. Raguria greeted them, "Oh, visitors!" and invited them to eat some snacks. And then she gave them snacks, told them a story, gave them some snacks to go, just overall a good, nice old lady that lives in the wilderness, and then sent them on their way. And then Gran decided he knew the way to the Wandering Cemetery, and that he could get them, the group there from where they were, and they decided to go. They arrived right before nightfall and decided to sleep at the cemetery, despite the general feeling of sadness that had befallen the party in the vicinity. And they each proceeded to have a dream about a memory of an important memory to them. Which brings us to the last person in the group that we haven't addressed yet, which is Thyme, which makes this a very exciting day, because nobody knows anything about Thyme.
This is the best day of my week.
Same.
Thyme.
Mm-hmm.
You went to sleep a little bit further away from the group. Probably played your lute. Played everybody to sleep with your lute in a good way.
Played lullabies and just kind of curled up.
Yeah.
Kind of using a headstone like a little bit of like visual barrier, so she just is isolating herself and just being like, I don't even want to see this place. I actually don't really want to be here anymore.
Yeah. You fall asleep, kind of huddled up with your stuff, leaning against a tombstone. And you're very sad. You don't know why. This place just made you sad and you don't know why. And you end up falling asleep. And you start to come to the conclusion that maybe because you're lost. But not lost exactly, they just haven't found you yet. And then you have a very particular feeling, like you're hiding inside a tree.
I open my eyes.
It's daytime. There's a lot of trees. You're inside like a little nook inside a tree that you found.
I carefully peek out just to look around and see if it looks familiar to me.
You are in Ponsmania, the Feywild of this world. And
Try to see if I can see any of my siblings.
as you okay, come out of there. As you start to look around, you hear a noise not unfamiliar to you. You just don't hear where it comes from. A fast beating of wings that equates to a hum. And all of a sudden, somebody taps your shoulder and shouts, "Ha! Got you!" and books it.
No fair! Come back here!
It's Rosemary, and she tagged you. You're it.
I go after her.
Cool. Give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
That is definitely cocked. 13 plus acrobatics 4, so 17.
17. Oh, easily catch Rosemary. You've always been able to outmaneuver her, and as she tries to cut to one corner, you go up and above a tree, and your flying is much quieter, always has been than your siblings. And the moment she stops to look back, you're right behind her and bop her on the shoulder, and you're on the go. It's like, wait, no! And then you hear laughing from like two other corners, and you look around and you see Sage and Thistle just like, it's like spread in you and them spreading in 3 different directions, leaving Rosemary in the middle.
I start to lead them towards Thistle.
Cool. You start to lead them, and she's trying to catch you because you're the one that caught her last, and she's like, "What? No fair." And makes no sense. She caught you first, but now she's angry because you caught her. And you're flying around, dodging around trees and such, strange plants that you missed from Ponsmania, carnivorous plants that you know to avoid, and your siblings will avoid as well, but you put them in the way and miss them by an inch. And you're flying around. Give me. Are you trying to outrun them and put Thistle in the way, or are you trying to sneak in the middle?
I'm trying to put Thistle in the way.
Okay, give me another check.
Acrobatics again, so let me double check. I think that was a +4. Yep. So 18 on that one.
18. Thistle's much faster than Rosemary, not than you. Not much faster than you. But they are because all they need to do is book forward, and you're trying to play tricks to shake off Rosemary. They are still a little bit at an advantage, and at some point, I'd say you probably okay, I need to play a trick here so that Rosemary gets lost again, doesn't know where to go, and then I can follow Thistle again. And you round behind this this big rock, and you immediately, I don't know. Give me a perception check.
Probably not immediately. Let's see. Perception +4, so 13 on that one.
13 is fine. You're around the corner, you see a flash of light. And for a moment, you're like, well, that's no fair. Somebody's using magic, right?
Yeah.
And you look ahead, and you see a creature you've never seen before. And that it just looks highly alien to this place. What you now know would be, like, clearly a wizard of some sort, or an inventor of some sort, right? And just, you see, he's standing there, and you wouldn't, like, when you first saw them in reality, you wouldn't have been able to understand what you really saw.
Mm-hmm.
But this time around, you see what equates to, like, steampunky equipment galore on this person. Just like some type of helmets, and like you see gadgets attached to their head, and like something on their shoulder, and you see they're like fiddling with something in their hands, which is like emitting some lights that they're looking at. You know, like, it's hard to explain this in medieval terms, but it's like he's using like a holographic like iPad in a way, almost. And you're not quite sure to this day what he was doing there.
I think I probably am so surprised I just stop midair, even if I get tagged.
Would you say you hide, or you just stop there, kind of?
I think I stop for the moment, depending on how if I'm close, I probably hide, but if I'm some distance away, I probably am just shocked.
You just kind of stop there mid-air, and you see he's looking away from you. He's not looking at you. He's just seems to be looking around somewhere. And you see from his left, somebody else comes in. Another tall man, and he has like a little bit of a mustache. You can see his face, and like this circular thing in his forehead. You can't quite see what it is, and also like kind of steampunky equipment all over his body. Much more to Thyme back then, maybe not, but right now, what looks to be much more aggressive equipment. Like he has weapons, like a large machete-looking thing, and he's walking back to the wizard-looking person. And they seem to be talking.
I think at that point I hide.
Cool. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, that'll be a good one. Let me double check what my stealth is. Yep, plus 11. So 27.
You hide, and as you hide, you hear Rosemary going, like, did not see you at all, but neither did them. And they seem to be having like a discussion, maybe like an argument.
I think I'm just fascinated, so I just creep a little closer.
Cool. You creep closer. And you hide like maybe in one of the trees or something like that. And you see their argument is getting a little louder. It's funny because you don't really hear what they're saying, because back then you didn't quite place it. And as you approach, you see the man with the thing in his head kind of says loudly, no, this can't have been for nothing, and starts storming out in a direction, and the other man in your direction. And you like kind of, hide against the tree closer. You hear him come very close to you, although you don't think he saw you. And then you hear the other man reach him, put a hand on him, and say, let's go. And everything goes. You lose all sense of place. You're spinning ass over tea kettle. You have no idea what's going on. You just see fat things moving really fast. Magic, like high level magic is going on. Stuff you're not used to, and you're just caught in the middle. All of a sudden, wham! You hit the floor. You look around, and you hear a small, very controlled small fire. You're in a damp alleyway.
I instinctively look for some place to hide.
You start getting up from the floor, and you hear a voice calling you, saying, so? You gonna sleep, or you gonna come past and talk about the plan?
Which voice is this?
This is Nianar, the female half-orc.
I'm coming. I just straighten myself up.
You look back, and in this weird way, the dreams are like, you look back and they sounded much further than they were, but they're actually right there, and your guys are actually sitting at the fire, next to the fire. And you see Nianar, female half-orc, gray skin, short black hair, sharp eyes, scar on her lip. You see Kezir, male human with sandy hair and freckles, gaped tooth, green eyes, clearly like in his very protective way towards Nianar. And Tisti, this Moro serpent heritage person, male as well, dark green skin, eyes with slitted vertical pupils. And there's the three of them sitting by the fire, just kind of waiting for you to annoyedly go through the plan.
Yeah, sorry. I must have spaced out for a minute. What's the plan?
And she continues, and she's like, as I was saying, we're gonna hit it big tonight, okay? We're gonna go to a merchant's house. It's empty for the night. We just gotta find the safe and take what we find and then go, okay? We're gonna split up. I'll take care of the door. You guys just find the safe and we'll deal with it. All right? We'll go in through the back door.
Should I go upstairs and then one of these downstairs?
Yes.
Great.
And to see if you can find like a basement or something. Some of these people are nifty and build basements.
I'll keep an eye out for an attic or something.
All right, let's go. And you're like, they immediately get up, like as if you already know all the plan. And they start walking towards behind you. And when you look, there's a door there, but not like the cryptic old door almost falling apart that used to block this part of the just like alleyway / thing that used to be something somebody else tried to make into a house and just abandoned the pursuit.
A little bit of a lean-to, kind of.
Yeah. Instead of the like falling apart door, you see a beautiful door, which is the back door to the house.
I'm assuming I'm the only one with lockpicks, so I start picking the lock.
Okay. Give me a trickery check.
I'm rolling really well. 19 plus 8, so 27.
I think that works. That would actually be thievery, my bad, but
yeah.
it's still.
I think
Still.
that's also equally good, so.
Yeah, I imagined. 19 is way more than you needed. You open the door, and immediately Nianar just pushes in, looks around, like one glance around, and then it's like scoops you in. Immediately you see the stairs to the side, and you see other this kind of a living room, and then you see a kitchen, and like you see another living space towards the front of the house also, and to your side you see the stairs. And
Yeah,
Nianar's like, go, and the guys like scamper ahead.
Mm-hmm. And then I head up.
It's funny. This is not how you remember it. As soon as you start flying up, there's already smoke. And you start feeling that anxiety, that desperation of like, this is wrong, something's wrong.
I stay close to the ground, and I think I'm waking up enough to just look around and be like, what is going on?
You are in fact very aware now. Almost like you woke up in the middle of the dream, but you are still in the dream. And you know there's people at home. And you see like you come up the stairs and you see one door to your left and another one to the end. And in the past you inspected and saw that there were people, as kids sleeping in the door to the left and a couple sleeping in the door in the end. And you also know this isn't a merchant store. This is a noble's house. So something is wrong. You never really knew.
Yeah.
But things are now... There's now fire smoke.
There's fire smoke, and she does what she did last time. She just, flying as quickly as she can, staying as low as she can, just bangs on the doors and just goes like, fire! Fire! Get out! Get out! Get out! There's a fire! And then just kind of tries to see if people are waking up, but also scared to death. And I think once she sees people start moving, just starts going downstairs.
You start trying to shout, and you're banging on the doors, but as a sylph that has limited impact, but still, it's the middle of the night. It is a busy place. Vectora is quite a busy city, the floating city. But as you try to shout, it's like you can't. Like your voice doesn't have power somehow. And you hear coming up the stairs, some heavy steps. And you know what comes next from the past. And you look back, expecting to see the Serpent Heritage guy coming to knock you out, like last time. But that's not who you see. You see a person that doesn't belong here. You see an old man, that lives in the streets of another city that you've lived in, not Victoria, coming up the stairs, angrily. And it's almost like the fire is coming from him. The smoke is coming from him, and he's shouting, these are my streets! And he's coming up the stairs like this, like kind of hunched over manner that you've seen him do. To the normal onlooker, this is like a poor old man that people sometimes help on the streets. But to the people that lived on the streets, this is a mean guy. Controlled a good portion of it. And he's coming up, and as he's coming up, you see this is out of proportion. He's not like his normal size. He's like this big sized version of him, and he's coming at you.
I think I just scream, and without thinking, I cast sleep.
You cast sleep. What's your save?
14.
Amazing. You reactively cast sleep, and you see this giant now, bald old man giant, just like my streets, and like kneels in front of you and is about to like fall sleeping on you. Then you hear a voice to the side saying, "Well, come on now." And you look back and you see Risa just like holding a door up, like
scurry after her.
Give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh, that's what I get for being optimistic. 8.
8. Let's save an 8. It does fall on you a little bit.
I get a little
You get
singed.
caught like under his shoulder. And you start coughing because the smoke seems to be coming from him. And you're trying to like crawl out, and you put your hand outside, and you feel Risa grabbing you and starting to drag you out. And you guys run out of the room into what was the door for the main bedroom, the couple's bedroom, but it's not. It's the alleyways, and it's of the other city, and it's day. And she closes the door, and immediately you stop hearing all the noise from the other room. And you actually hear noise from a city. But looking around, you don't see anybody, but it's as if it's a busy day.
Risa, what's happening?
You see she's like drying her forehead. She's like, well, you tell me. This is quite the conundrum you were in just now.
I think he was mad at me. I don't, he just, you know how he can get, and then he just, I don't know. I don't know why he targeted me. Normally I can just kind of keep out of his way.
Well, he doesn't like people that can stay out of his way. She like grabs her lute and starts fingering. Just as for the other people who don't know, this is a gnome. Actually, she can't be a gnome, so I'll say she's a halfling.
Halfling. She's small. She's small too.
Yes. Choppy, short blonde hair, light blue, gray eyes.
In Tormenta, they're called Heen.
It's true.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, Heaney. Sorry, not halflings. Scratch that. Bleep.
Bleep.
Somebody bleep that later. And then a marked cheek on her. A birthmark on her left cheek.
You gotta teach me how to play that. I don't think you've taught me that one yet.
What are you talking about? I taught you ages ago.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I don't know. Today's a weird day.
Well, I can see.
Yeah. Any bars we can go to that you haven't been kicked out of yet?
Give me a perception check or insights. Your choice.
Let's see. What is my insight? Oh, they're the same either way. 13.
13. You ask that, and you see a little bit of confusion in her eyes. She's like, I've been kicked out of all of them. Didn't tell you much, but...
Yeah.
And in case you're wondering, that is why I left. Probably.
But where are you now?
Some are different, but kind of the same.
Do you miss me?
She kind of looks at you. You see, she kind of tries to hide it a little bit, and she kind of bursts like a short laugh bursts out of her. She's like, "You know what? I do.
I miss you too.
I regret not telling you. I'm sorry."
Me too. Wanna go to our park?
Let's do that. As you guys start going to the park, which is not far, the city seems like a little different in the way dreams go, and you round a corner and suddenly you're there. And you guys sit down. You can still hear the busyness of the city, but as you guys start to prepare to play together, you surprising yourself because you're much better. Like you're at nowadays level of playing, not back then level of playing. Mm-hmm. And she's surprised as well. It's like, wow, you improved. And she like shows you the different song with more complicated chords, and you just tag along. And it's like, great, you guys are jamming. And as you guys are playing, you see that it's almost like the city populates now, with people walking around, like dropping some coin in the whatever you left out for a coin.
Probably a hat or something. Yeah.
Yeah. In the hat. Give me a performance check.
We'll do the time dice. Not her best. 15. Yes, that's correct math. 15.
You see that you start catching her unawares. Like, you guys will be doing the simple vamp, and you think like, okay, if I do this, she'll know to go back to the chorus, and she doesn't, and then she misses, and she like tries to keep up, and you're like, oh wow. And she kind of stops after one of these. She kind of just stops. She starts laughing. It's like, oh my, I missed playing with you, but this is even better. So how are you doing?
I don't know anymore. Just wandering around, helping people when it catches my fancy, I guess.
You're not still trying to go at it alone, are you?
Alone tends to be easier, and you really want to talk.
I really am. Haven't served me well.
It's hard getting comfortable.
Again, I want to talk. I'm almost out of this city, too. Well, not this city. You know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm with a group. Like, I'm kind of with a group. They seem decent enough. Do you know one of them is a follower of Tenato? She literally can't lie.
You see, she's like perplexed, and she like almost doesn't believe you. She like searches your eyes, like just looks deeply into your eyes, and just starts laughing so hard. Literally, people walking the street just stop their conversation, just stop and look at the halfling. Just is about to die without air from laughing. It's like, no way. I could. What? No.
I know.
How do they survive?
I don't know.
Literally everybody's gonna take advantage of them.
Well, and just, I mean, I've had schemes. I had plans, like not even like nefarious ones, just generally like trying to help people schemes. And like every single time she opens her mouth, it's like, oh nope, never mind.
When she finally recovers, she's like, well, at least you know she's trustworthy, though.
Yeah. I think most of them are. Which is a weird thing.
And she says, look, Thyme, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say I want to talk. But sometimes we trust people. Sometimes we get hurt. And sometimes we find new members of our family, you know?
I just
I
want
don't
to
know.
find the old family.
Right. We'll talk about that some other time. But in the meantime, don't forget. Bit of jiggery pokery will keep a girl alive. And she leans forward, plants your kiss in the middle of your forehead. Completely unexpected. Like, you guys didn't, as far as I know, didn't have that kind of like
No.
proximity before. And that startles you when you wake up in the cemetery.
I think I just pick up my instrument and start playing the song that we were playing in the park.
Thyme, choose one attribute. You can increase it by 1.
Now, the base by 1 or the modifier by 1?
I think the character sheets here, they just have the modifier, no?
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give her a little bit of wisdom.
Bucko's like, hell yeah.
Like, bro, that's the one I picked.
Me too. But mine is not permanent, so
I also
that
don't know
sucks
if
for
mine's
me.
permanent, so.
Oh, yours is
Right.
permanent, yeah.
Oh, hey! So she's got a little bit of wisdom. Just a tiny bit from the experience. That was not all that I thought was going to happen. I thought it would just be the first chunk.
It's morning. You're in the cemetery. You're still pretty sad. But now there's a hint of warmness in there. Kind of motivating you to take on this day.
I think I just, after putting down, like finishing the song and as much as I remember it, and just be like, obnoxiously, like, stand up and stretching and being like, all right.
It's up to the rest of you if you wake up with the song, with Thyme calling you from a little bit of ways.
I think Bucko wakes up with the song. And just kind of like slow to get up and just kind of appreciating it from where he's been knocked out for the past however many hours. Just kind of, waiting for her to sort of finish before he gets up and starts his day.
Cool.
I think that if that's okay with the DM, Kit woke up earlier because she couldn't fall back asleep because her experience wasn't that peaceful. And she is probably like a little further away now from the group. Possibly like at the edge of the cemetery and just sitting and like looking outwardly to the like horizon and just thinking.
Give me a perception check, Kit.
It's never a good sign.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
You're right. I should have in the cemetery now.
Oh, no.
12.
Can't make me tear up multiple times and then have me fight
You
things.
need to have a talking to with your dice.
I mean, could be worse. Not by much, but could be worse.
12 is alright. It wasn't a hard check. I just wanted to see if like you were so in your head that you wouldn't notice that Gran is gone.
Oh.
Good.
You don't know.
Rude.
That's true.
Okay. I guess I get up from where I was sitting and I make my way back to the rest of the group.
Oh, so I'm like, sorry, should have specified. I'm like playing this as like you wake up, you get up to go to the edge, and you see Gran isn't there.
Got it.
What you do see is what seems to be a folded letter.
I pick it up. I mean, I love letters in general and like written stuff, so that's a plus.
Nerd.
Maybe this will make me a little happier today.
Oh no.
I will read you the letter also for the first time. Here's the letter. And no, Namoi is not leaving his stream before anybody thinks that.
Thank goodness.
I didn't think so.
after these last few days, and I think especially after our night at the Wandering Cemetery, I've realized that there's much I didn't have time to process. There's a certain comfort in being alone with one's thoughts. Haven't quite abandoned from the time I had to fend for myself. We hope you'll forgive us for this bit of selfishness still left in us. I won't be far behind you, no more than a day or two, and should meet with you back at Hammerhead. If you find a job that requires urgency, please leave instructions with Belinda, if possible, so we can find you. See you all soon. Gron.
Okay, I tuck the letter away. And I sit down again. I sit down, not again. I sit down. And I do my, looking at the horizon. While I wait for everybody else to get up.
You look dramatically at the horizon and music just starts playing out of nowhere.
It's just wait for the wind to calmly, brush my hair.
Yeah.
While I just sit and look.
It's too early on the game for you to be playing the ending scene.
Yeah.
The bamboo flute plays dramatically in the score.
A single leaf floats through my eyesight, and I follow it.
Well,
The wind. And we have an anime opening.
Yay!
Crimson Void wakes up for some reason. He feels great. The air doesn't stink as much. Everything is better. Everything is less red right now.
Crimson Void is having a great day.
Oh, yes, he is.
I'm glad you guys got a good night of sleep.
Yeah,
No
but
kidding.
the sleep was great, but the day itself, everything feels better right now. I don't know why.
Potential. It's a no day.
Yo, where's Gron?
I'm a little further, I guess, to not hear that from the encampment. I don't know. How far?
I don't know where we all are right now.
I don't know, but maybe that's why my day feels so good right now.
Bro.
I wish every day was like that.
Tell.
Well, everyone
you and
says we
Gran
should
were
make...
old friends or something. You knew each other first out of one of us.
Yeah, that's true.
I talked to him once at the fort, the very same night that I met all of you, and he was
Ah.
a bit of a dick back then.
I mean, he
What?
did purposely terrify Kit.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't cool.
Okay, so let's...
But, you sat at the table with him. If he just was a weird random stranger, why would you sit at a table with him?
Because I needed to sit somewhere.
Being friendly, maybe?
But since he's not here, if we live fast enough, we can not
We're
see
not
him
abandoning somebody.
Yeah,
That's
no.
rude.
Yeah,
And I
that's
don't mind him. He's not a bad dude.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Does anyone
He's
know where
helpless.
he is? Should we wait for him? Should we leave? Should we
Oh,
get
maybe
her?
he's out taking a piss or something.
Is his stuff around camp?
Do we need him to get out of this
No.
graveyard? Because we needed him to find it.
Well, maybe he
Nah, I think we
abandoned
can
us,
just
so
leave.
he's the rude one.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
he had a
I'm
good
not.
reason.
This is not a matter of politeness. Literally, can we just step out and leave and we're gone? Or
Well,
are
so
we
we
going to
can-
need him?
I mean, I can sit. Wait, we just walk?
I think we just leave.
I guess. I mean, with my +10 to perception, I guess I can listen to them.
Come on, at this time you already know what
After
people are
some
talking
point,
about.
we're like
Okay.
starting the fire and we're like sitting around like just
Yeah,
being
we're not
Yeah.
like being quiet. We're just chit chatting.
I get up then and I approach you guys. Oh, yeah.
Morning.
Hi. Like, kid has bags under her eyes and it's a little more like.
You doing all right? You need some healing?
weird
I'll
dreams.
be okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
You want a
me
hug?
too.
I'm okay.
Do you want some
I'll
food?
be okay.
Do you want some food from the old hag's shack?
No,
Okay.
never.
Would you like one
To
of my
each their own.
rations?
I have mine. Thank you so much. I just wanna. I found this, and then I showed the letter. I guess
Ah.
Gran needed some time to think.
Also,
fair.
he was the rude one.
He left a letter.
Yeah.
Did
I
leave
bet.
notice.
Sometimes you gotta go isolate in order to properly reflect, you know?
I bet he's just getting some more soup.
Hey,
mean,
but
why
then
would he-
if he
we
does,
just
is,
left
then he comes
them,
back
though,
with more
like-
soup. So there you go.
What? We just left. Why would he double back to go get more soup? Like that doesn't make sense.
Maybe he was, maybe he was shy of asking for more soup because
But why
And I'm
would
not
he
gonna point
leave a
fingers
whole
here.
Like
fake
last
note?
night.
I'm not gonna point
Doesn't make
fingers here,
sense.
but you guys, you are not very cool about me and him eating the soup. So maybe he was embarrassed for liking the soup.
In
There
my
was a
defense,
thumb of the soup.
you had
you tried
had
to
the soup and
attack
tried
us.
to kill me. So
That's why I stopped, but he didn't. Maybe he wants to eat soup.
With a whole lot of speculation, bro. I
Yeah.
mean,
Specky what? Sorry?
speculation.
I don't know what that means.
It's
That's a
like-
very big word.
It's like making
throwing out
guesses around a
theories without any
situation
kind of
you don't have all
backing.
the information about, like that sort of a
Bucko,
thing.
I thought you knew that about me already. I never have all the information about anything. Or
No, for
most
sure,
of
but
the
we can
information.
base our guesses about what the other information is in reality.
yes,
a little
and
bit
that's what
more.
I'm doing. The information I have is Gran is not here. The soup is amazing. He went to pick up some soup.
You are also neglecting a piece of information, which is the letter that he left explaining why he left.
I am doing what with the piece of information?
Crap, I got slightly more wise last night. That's my bad, y'all.
Crimson, perhaps
Kid
maybe.
makes a mental note. Buy Crimson a dictionary.
Both of you to assume that Crimson Void can read, but okay.
Crimson, perhaps. Why don't you tend to the goat Duke the goat?
Oh, he's black belt already. I don't need to tend to him. He's awesome.
But maybe make sure he's getting plenty of food and water. He can fight, but
Just no Tormenta food, please.
Oh no, well, I will never do that to the poor goat.
I mean, there's plenty of grass here.
Yeah.
You look at Duke, and he's standing on top of one of the taller tombstones, and he has this like brilliant motivation in his eyes as he look to the sunrise, and wind blows at a tree behind them, and leaves fall, and a bamboo flute plays in the background.
Nice.
I
That's
just
the
look
good
over at
ending.
Duke, and I can actually talk to Duke and just be like, "What dream did you have last night? Jeez."
Was epic.
That makes me think. Did you guys also have dreams?
Yes, that's what happens when you sleep.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
not always.
Sort of a memory.
True.
Yeah, mine wasn't necessarily. It was like a lot of things. It wasn't just like one memory. It was. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
almost
that is weird. I also dreamt about older times. Now that I think about it.
Maybe because the graveyard is sad. We're all feeling kind of sad and reflecting.
Yeah.
Maybe. But my dream wasn't sad. It was a memory, yes, but it wasn't sad. It
I
actually
guess mine wasn't either. It's sort of bittersweet.
it actually gave me quite some inspiration.
What, are you gonna write a song?
I can't play an instrument, so no.
Well, you can sing probably, or at least do a bit of spoken word, and I can put it to music if you like.
The way that we sing songs back at the Howling Mountains, it's quite a bit different than the way that
Probably
everyone
because
else does.
Hence the name Howling Mountains, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. Makes
Cool.
sense.
I just imagine like Crimson yodeling. That would be amazing.
Please don't make me do this on
Full
camera.
on Ricola guy.
Like,
Please don't make me do this on camera. Anytime soon, at least.
That would be so cool.
I mean, in my head it's canon, but I mean, I'll leave it to the player.
I mean, I know that at least until the end of the month, we're gonna know something about the musical culture of Arton. So who knows what's gonna be there?
Ooh.
That's
I'm
exciting.
wondering who is gonna write about this kind of stuff. Oh, anyway.
I don't know.
Well, if you ever want to try writing a song some other way, maybe I can teach you, the fundamentals.
Thyme. I don't really know how to write. I can read some stuff. I don't have much of a
It's
problem
alright, man.
reading, but writing is very hard.
Oh, but I can definitely help you with that. Writing is so important. That's the way we can actually like communicate not only through space but also through generation and time. It's one of the most important things you can learn. I have to teach you how to write.
Everybody has their strengths and
Nah,
weaknesses,
I'm
though.
But
Kit, I appreciate the effort, but the world will know of me for my feats, not because I wrote something.
Yeah, he's not gonna be the writer. He's the one that people are gonna write about.
Exactly.
I got you.
okay.
You can write about the stuff that I'm gonna do.
Okay. I love writing. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You think you can teach Duke how to write?
Might be difficult physically.
yeah, I think the lack of opposable thumbs is a challenge.
Of what? Thumbs?
Thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got hoofs, not
I mean,
hands.
maybe he can
Oh,
use
okay.
hold the pencil in his mouth.
Maybe. I guess it's worth the experiment.
Nah, he's focused on fighting right now. That's one thing
Yeah,
at a time.
no, we should, don't want to give him too many hobbies.
I guess.
Don't want to spread him too thin, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, if anybody dies in this campaign, they're coming back as Duke.
Yes.
Don't say that, man, because I'm killing Crimson Black. Crimson Black gets the axe and chop off his own head.
Goodbye, girl world.
Like, if you leave Duke the Goat, Duke, character sheet as is, I would do that right now because I put some insane stats on there.
Oh, I know.
saw it.
I opened it to like look at the name of the stats in English, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember this. 999 life."
Oh my goodness.
The
955.
under the speed part, I just wrote light.
All right. Anyways, folks, the day is yours. What you doing?
I guess we keep going to the fort.
Yeah.
All right. I will. We've already had a couple of encounters, actually. Roguria was one, and the cemetery was the second one. Fun fact: the cemetery was a natural 20 on the roll for encounters. So, there you have it.
Cool.
So overall, it takes 3 days. You guys had already spent 1 day. I think this was all in the same day as Roguria. So yeah, you guys spent a couple more days. And you didn't recover MPs at the cemetery, but you do on the next 2 days.
Okay.
And your
Would
level...
you recover over the next 2 days?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me recover our levels.
Level-
So
Yeah. You're level 3, so you
Yay,
recover
I'm
6
full.
of each.
I am not, but
I'm not full.
I'm pleased because that means I have a lot more mana.
I was full on mana, but I'm not full on health yet. But that's fine. I mean,
I'm full.
it's never
I
fine
know.
to say this to a GM, but I think it's probably okay-ish.
I mean, I can heal you over the course of one of these days.
Yeah, they can do the. Wasn't
Same.
there a thing where
Yeah, it's
you
okay.
guys could use the healer's kit to just help
Mhm.
him recover
Oh, yeah.
more
Heal
as
more,
he sleeps?
yeah. Yeah.
We could just.
You do that?
That is a thing.
It's fine.
do it?
Don't worry. Like we're gonna go to the
We're not
fort
worried.
anyways. So
We just want you to be healthy.
okay. Well, appreciate it then. How much more do I recover? Again, forgot.
And that one, can we choose 10?
I
no?
think so. I mean, you guys are just traveling. It's no
Yeah.
hurries,
Okay,
no
so-
tension.
If
So,
we choose 10, I
it's
have
fine.
a 16 total.
I'm not sure, but anyways, like regardless, you can recover. I think it's double. It's like one more time your level. So in HP only, not MPs.
So if it's one more, then it's two
Instead of
more.
6, so 12 total.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm almost full then.
Just
Uh,
a little.
I can do healing herbs too.
Nah, it's okay. I'm almost full.
Alright.
Probably not gonna make much of a difference. Probably.
My max health is so pathetic.
Same.
So many squishes
Wait.
in this party, man. It's great.
So many
Mhm.
squishies.
Wait, what is your max health time?
15.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
that is.
You
that's-
win.
Because I
That's
have
squishy.
bad constitution, so I don't get to add that to anything.
That's fragile. I would not recommend being like that.
Listen, it's part of
You-
my race.
You guys arrive at Fort Hammerhead at it's beginning of the afternoon, maybe 1 p.m. You guys see Fairmont, the guy with the like bowl cut atop the door. You see he immediately like starts shouting backwards, like he has something to prove all the time. It's like, oh, travelers, somebody's coming. Oh, it's the adventurers, it's the adventures. Like he starts shouting in there.
What was that
And then,
again?
like,
Sorry.
Fairmont,
I missed. Okay.
and he runs down, disappears for a second, and then you guys see the gate opening as you approach. Where is it? You guys see there's two like kind of towers too in the corners of the entrance of the fort. And you guys see, where is it? Isabrine, which is this human soldier with like a buzz cut on the sides and like a little bit of a toupee. And on the other corner, you see Tarek, the elven guy. You walk in. You're at the fort. It's around lunchtime. You guys hear some noise coming from the tavern, even from a little bit of ways.
What kind of noise?
There's laughter and chatter, and it seems a little bit rowdy.
Well, I think it's going to be a good day for tips, so I'll catch everyone later, maybe, and head right in.
Actually, I'll go with you. I have some stuff I would like to buy from Belinda.
Sounds
And I
good.
follow.
I'll go too. I'm always down to watch you play.
I don't remember if you guys did that already, but if you want, you can just
Yeah, I wanted to sell the necklace.
the necklace. Yeah.
Is
And
she gonna
split
pay
it.
the price that is like that you told me? You said 500.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So 500, guys. Oh, Gran is not here. I guess we get his cut. No, I'm kidding. 100 each.
Nice.
These crystal balls that we have,
Mm-hmm.
are we selling them or what are we doing with them?
I think we should just keep an eye on it. I feel like it could be something.
Like they're magically tied
Important?
to people? Okay.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's fair.
Besides,
who's
it's a way
gonna-
of us keeping an eye on the Central Hills.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
don't
want.
know if we
no,
wanted
but-
who we trust them with. If we just gave them to someone or sold them.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
I would like to see with Belinda if she can make my axe more powerful with the rainbow metal.
Ooh. That's smart.
Cool. Sweet. So you guys all go to the tavern, I guess. Cool. You walk in. You find. I can like ping you guys here. Yeah. Zoom in a little bit. Feel free. I'll drop your guys' characters here, but feel free to position you guys as you want.
Oh, Kururu's here.
Yeah, so Captain Dion and one of the soldiers, Mortimer, are like doing a arm wrestle thing,
Aw.
and Captain Dion like
I'll come up and sit.
easily beats him. See,
Hell yeah.
you see Mortimer looks like a little defeated.
Aw, it's alright, Mortimer. Captain Dion's something fierce. That's some competition right there.
You see he's a little tipsy, like, "Hey, you guys are back!" He like tries to get up, like
Yeah.
almost tips to the side and like steadies himself on the chair, and like.
I like put my hand on his shoulder to like sturdy him and kind of push him back down in the chair, like, hey, it's good to see you, man.
He just like kind of cheers to you, like throws ale on the floor.
Ugh.
Belinda's like, "It's too
Mercy.
early for that." Place it over here. Cool. All right.
Belinda,
One at a
can
time.
I perform?
You guys. She looks at you like you see. She smiles at you. She's happy you're back, and she's like, "Yeah, go ahead, dear. I missed you playing."
Yes. Start performing.
Cool. Give me a performance roll.
Let's... And then what do I add to these things? Plus 8, so 19.
19. Cool. You see, you do get the tavern a little bit more excited. It seems to be an unusual afternoon for the beginning of an afternoon for the tavern, but nobody seems to like drop any coins for you or anything. Cool. As you're playing, Belinda's like, yeah. So how was it? How was the adventure?
It was very interesting. Yeah, there was a circus and things were kind of crazy and kind of illusory, but also illusory. I don't know how to say that word. I don't know words today, apparently. This is Natalia, not Kit. Kit knows words. But, and I feel like some things were real, some weren't. And we also found a cemetery that, like, kind of wandered by itself. I don't know what's up with that.
Did you eat mushrooms?
No, but there was this soup that was really good, Belinda, and I think you should sell it here. But I think they used too much spices or salt. I don't know. It made me a little bit weird at bedtime, but apart from that, it was really good.
Huh. Yeah, Phil, think about it. Maybe.
Just make it a red color. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Actually, since I'm here, I would love to buy some supplies from you.
And I would love to sell you some supplies.
Great. I just need some incense and, like, things to, pray.
Huh. I knew having those would come in handy at some point.
Yeah, I just want to buy, like, material for my masses. Because I can...
And Belinda, after you sell her
masses.
this stuff, I think I have a good project for you.
Is that so? Is it related to the soup? Because I don't think I'm interested.
Nope. But it's related to achieve something great.
You see a little sparkle in her eyes.
I grab my war axe. This, the Wrath of the Void. It's a regular axe. Very powerful when wielded by the right person. And this, it's a bunch of rainbow metal.
What? Boom! Like she almost goes over the balcony, the bar.
And I wonder
Like,
if this can make this more powerful. Because if this is more powerful, I am more powerful.
And we're gonna go ahead and take a break. And we'll find out after the break what happens then. Don't go anywhere. See you guys in a bit.
Can the world endure more Crimson Void? We'll find out.
Shun chun chun. And we're back. And guess what? We have somebody else. Ron has joined us. Guilherme Moina is with us. Cool. Anyways, you guys went back to the fort and you went to the tavern. It's kind of rowdy there tonight. And you guys, Crimson Void was talking to Belinda about adding X or adding Rainbow Metal to X. And
Yes.
and her eyes were shining with excitement. And she's like, Is that what I think it is? Where did you get that?
Well, she talked about the cemetery that was wondering about. It turns out that cemeteries, they can't run or walk very fast. So even though it wanders, it was pretty easy to catch up to it.
Again, did you guys eat mushrooms? I don't recommend.
I mean, we
Not
did
recently.
scavenge a little bit, but I don't think we got anything psychedelic.
No. But Bucko likes to make smoke with a weird grass thing. I'm not sure what it is.
Buckle's grass smells, but I don't think it's gonna.
It's not like a hallucinogen.
No.
I'm not like seeing shapes or anything. More like
You
feeling
don't see
vibes.
shapes like you don't see like I do this. You don't see that it's a circle.
All right, let me rephrase. I'm not like seeing stuff that's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Okay.
He says, well, I can do that for you. I don't know how you got that. Not gonna ask. But I can do
I
that for you.
just told you.
Sure.
It fell from like a truck carriage or something.
As a follower of Tenato, I can't vouch. We found it in the Wandering Cemetery.
Did you know that she can't lie? I just found that out. It's really fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Must be hard to be you.
No, I find it quite easy.
He's like, all right, well, meet me at the back. And she like hops off, and you just see her like little bun walking off to the back.
All right, let's go.
All right, let me see how much this costs. So obviously you don't have to pay for the material because you have it.
Grant, add 100 to bars to your.
Oh, I did already.
Okay, never mind.
Nice.
So don't add 100 to bars.
Give 100 to bars to the cleric that had to buy medic kit and incense to take care of you guys.
No.
I will. Although I can do stuff for you with that money, which is what I intend to do. Which
Yeah. Just give me mana potions.
I hope it evens out.
We're fine.
That's what I hope to do. Yeah.
You meet her at the back, and she's like super excited, and she's like, all right, so this is gonna run you. You already have your materials, so I can't really charge you for that. It's a little bit experimental, but it is in my best interest to experiment with this, so just get it a little better. How about 300 bars?
Be serious, Belinda.
I'm never not serious. Okay, sometimes I'm not serious, but I'm being serious.
300. You just said you were experimenting. I'm letting you run experiments on my beloved weapon. I'm giving you premium materials that I know for a fact you dream about working with them more often. And you're saying 300 bars? Have we not suffered enough for you, Belinda? Have we not paid our dues to the institution that is the Hammerhead Fort? Have we not done all that we could to help the people of the Central Hills? Because, make no mistake, that's what we intend on doing. Help the people of the Central Hills. Plus, I don't have 300 bars.
A little bit of a roller coaster there, but give me a diplomacy check.
Oh man, Crimson Void's charisma is so bad.
You should have asked someone to help, like Thyme or
Yeah.
Kit, the charismatic people.
10 total.
Like Grant.
Yeah,
Different
like
from
Grant.
Boy.
I'm still performing.
And she's like, look, I get it, but I need to make a proper living, and I'm like, the only blacksmith in quite a ways, and especially the only blacksmith that knows how to work with this. So, since this is probably going to help your friends, maybe you can convince them to help you out.
Are my friends not helping you out already? Do you know how many customers come through that door just because Thyme's playing?
So we should give Thyme a discount on her next purchase. Got it.
No, you should give me the discount because I'm the one who keeps Thyme alive so she can come back and play.
It's not
She did while I'm not there.
right.
You know what? It's
Fine.
fine.
Who actively tried to kill me?
I can wait for when I have 300 bars, Belinda, but to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm gonna come back here to seek your services.
Really?
The only merchant in town.
Like-
like
The axe is working fine. I'm not asking you to fix it. It works fine. I hit stuff die. It's perfect. But if it's extra perfect, maybe it'll be easier for me to perform my services to the community.
Is
Okay,
anybody
Belinda.
gonna help him with this?
Okay, Belinda, let me ask
Someone
you a
want to
question.
grab me? I'm out there performing. I'm not
Yeah,
in the
I'm just
back room.
watching.
I'm not
How-
even there. I didn't
How,
go with.
how much rainbow metal do you need to improve my axe?
I will tell you. There's one thing I realized I forgot where I noted. Damn it. I think for two-handed ones was 4.
You tell me. I don't know.
No.
I think it's on the on the cemetery part of the book, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a good point.
It is.
Yeah, 4 units.
Very good. Okay. So,
Insert amount here. 4 units.
I have more than that, which means that I can give some of my rainbow metal to one of my friends, and you can charge them extra and give me a discount.
Why don't you just suggest to pay her in rainbow metal?
Yeah.
This is metagame speaking because rainbow metal is rarer than money.
Yeah, well, fair.
She kind of looks at you. Tell you what. If you give me 1 unit of this, I'll do it for free.
Or you could ask your friends for money.
Belinda, I know I'm not the most skilled negotiator, and because it's important for a person like me to know their weaknesses, I would like to confer with my associates to see if that's the best idea. Because you see, if you are willing to give me 300 Tibars worth of service for 1 piece of metal, maybe they have better things to say about that. So I'm not saying no, but I would like to check with them first.
Well, all right, take your time.
Thank you. Then I'll go outside and I'll seek. Thyme is playing, so Kit. Hey, Kit.
Hey.
So, Belinda wants to charge me an outrageous amount of money to improve my axe. I don't have that money. She doesn't want to give me a discount, which is absurd because people usually do what I ask. Granted, I'm more friendly with Belinda than I am with most of the people that I meet. Anyway, she said that if I give her a piece of rainbow metal, she will do the service for free. Now, I'm not very smart, but I know that there's something there. So maybe this is worth more than the service that she's providing. And I wanted to check with you. What do you think I should do?
Actually, that was really smart because it is a material that we don't know much about, so it's possibly very, very rare, which means there shouldn't be a market price yet. So we don't know if that's a fair exchange.
That's why I'm asking you.
We could just rile up everyone and possibly help you out. I have 50 T-bars I can lend you.
I don't like the idea of owing money to people, especially Thyme. Because whenever she wants to charge for it, I don't know if I'll be able to, and she terrifies me.
I mean, see that.
Not that I can be terrified, but if I could, she probably would.
I guess. But if you think about it, we are traveling together, and having your axe better is good for the team. So I think it's a fair investment.
Maybe I can just
And maybe
save up.
we can ask Thyme to help out in another way. I feel like she's very, persuasive. Maybe she can tell Belinda to
Maybe
charge you less.
you can give me Grant's part of our reward. He's not here to collect.
No,
He doesn't have to know.
he does have to know. You forget who I'm a follower of.
He doesn't have to ask.
I'm gonna tell him.
Why?
Because I don't conceal information. That's part of my creed. It's part of what I am.
But you also don't offer information for people if they don't ask. I mean,
I am not.
you do. You talk a lot, but
Yeah.
and you start seeing like a little smoke out of Crimson Void's head. He's thinking very hard here.
How about this? Let's wait for Thyme to finish her set. And let's get... Hey, Bucko! Come here.
Hey, what's up?
So we're talking, and
Cool.
Crimson has his axe, right? And he kind of wants Belinda to make it better, but he can't afford her services.
Oh, what do you
So-
need, bro?
Yeah, we could probably pull something together.
Yeah, I could give you 100 Tabars. That'd help.
I don't want to owe anyone's money.
You
Oh,
need
it'll
to-
be a
it's
gift.
not-
You don't
yeah.
owe me anything.
It's
No.
not. Okay, let's wait for
Eh.
Thyme to finish her set, and
But the
maybe
thing is-
Thyme can talk to Belinda.
I don't know if that's a good idea because I've seen Thyme talk to people and it's usually more violent than I am. And I think we kind of need Belinda alive. I'm not sure. Do we?
Yes,
Well, if you wanted to
I
improve your
do.
axe, you do.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Bro, just like, what do you...
let's-
Yeah.
Let's
I-
just...
Money
time
doesn't
in
mean
this.
much to me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a dude lives off the land kind of guy, usually. So, it comes and it goes. So what? I have plenty. What do you need?
Besides, you use that axe to protect us a lot. I mean, you also
True that.
used it to attack us, but that was only
Well-
once, and you were under influences that were magical, so it's not fair. Let's try it. I'm gonna wait for Thyme to finish her set, like a little anxious to talk to her.
Okay. Cool. as you guys are like waiting and Thyme's playing and
Not
like I
getting
said, like
tips.
guys,
Yeah, if Thyme looks at Kit's face at any point, she's gonna be like, I have something to tell you.
yeah.
Like, very, like, almost lunging to the sage.
I'm just actively like, nope.
Bucko, you're like standing around, probably grabbing some ale or something, and Mortimer, just this like just human guy, like black hair, very kind of nondescript. He does look a little bit like the sergeant though. He just lost an arm wrestling match with Captain Deheon, and is like seems very bummed about it. And he just kind of comes up to you. It like kind of looks at you like, you know, leaning at the bar, and he's like tries it himself, doesn't feel comfortable with it, like gives up, like just kind of stands next to you.
What's up? I'm Bucko. I kind of like reach out to sort of.
Yeah, he like, hey, Mortimer, soldier here, yeah.
Mortimer, nice.
Yeah, thanks for, you know, helping people out. I'm guessing you guys were able to help the LeBlancs if you're back and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we got them their kid back. That was a whole ordeal, but yeah, they seem, you know, they're nice people in their own way.
Right.
How have things been here?
Yeah, you know, the business as usual, you know, just like a visitor here and there, people just passing through. Can you help me be more confident?
I'll do what I can, man. Yeah, sure. You seem like a lovely person. I don't know.
See, he immediately blushes a bit, like doesn't know how to take a compliment. It's like, just like brushes it aside. Just, you know, I don't know, maybe like help me train or something. You seem like, you know, so comfortable and, you know, capable. I don't know. Maybe you have some tips on my training.
Training. I don't know, man. Yeah. You gotta let life slide off you sometimes, you know? If you keep harping on about negative stuff in your life, it's only gonna hurt you on the inside, and that's gonna make it harder to deal with everything else, 'cause, you know, life's tough sometimes. But you seem pretty freaking capable, so I think you're doing better than you think you are.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah.
That new point of wisdom is really showing.
Diplomacy is charisma. 10.
That's it.
It wasn't hard though.
Okay.
You see that he internally brushes off some of it and like absorbing the wisdom, like he's like, the messages are reaching him slower than you're giving him, kind of. And he just like leans back up against the bar, you know, like listening to what you're saying, just like. And when you're done talking, he's still like shaking his head a little bit and thinking about stuff. He looks at you, it's like, cool. Thank you.
For
Think
sure,
about that.
dude. I'm rooting for you. Kind of cheers him a little with my drink.
He doesn't really know how to take it. He's like, cool. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. And like, he's like clearly feeling a little awkward and like steps away a bit. Goes back to his table.
Is that common,
I
like
just
when you
keep
go
chilling.
to fist bump someone and they like...
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
I
Okay.
do this so much.
Ending in the awkward thumbs up, back
Yeah.
away slowly.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. As you're waiting for Thyme with eager eyes, You feel a slight tap on your shoulder. You see Doran. He's like standing next to you. He's got like a tankard. Like, what's up?
Hi.
How was the trip?
It was good and bad. It was good because we did what we needed to do, and we actually got a lot of people out of a lot of danger.
Yeah, cool. Can I have a
And-
talk with you outside real quick?
But I wouldn't. No. Okay.
Like before you get up, he's already stepping out.
I like motion to Thyme. If she like looks at me, I'm like, talk to you later. I need to talk to you. Talk to you later.
She wants to reach you about your car extended or sell your timeshare somewhere, maybe.
Oh.
Time's like, and cars again.
Keep playing. Keep playing. I follow him.
And you see, like, as you step out with him, he like throws a joke and kind of loud, like to throw people off, and steps out with you for a bit, like goes around and a little bit away from the tavern, from any ears. Which, by the way, there's some people that came from the circus here with you guys, like the Cephalopagus twins are here, like Verda, the barbarian ladies here and stuff. You see in some corner the hybrids are there, like the fly man, kind of all together in the corner or something. And he like strikes up some random conversation with you again, and just cuts it off when he looks around, like, and just cuts it off, and he goes, "All right, so listen, we had a deal, right? And you might not remember this. This was a while ago.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm like, sure. Nope.
so you guys have spoken about the Brotherhood before,
Yes.
and you had a
That I
deal to like
remember.
to not reveal each other.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I saw something the other day.
Okay.
I was taking my shift, just like hanging in the tower over there, just looking around. Nothing ever happens here. Some people come by and stuff. I'm fairly sure I saw somebody looking at me, or at the fort, from a bit further away. And then, as I looked at them in their direction, they kind of ducked out.
Do you remember what they looked like?
I didn't really see.
And why do you think it's, someone related to?
Look, Bartram was coerced by them, right?
Yeah.
So they maybe are around. Still.
Yeah.
Now, we've had a little bit of a talk last time. We came to an agreement. I don't want to be talking about this stuff all the time. I don't know if they're still here for Bartram. I don't know if they're here for one of us. Don't know what's going on. Just thought I would mention it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Let me know if anything else seems suspicious. I'll keep an eye out too.
All right. We'll add that to the deal. You tell me, I tell you, kind of stuff.
Okay.
All right. And quite honestly, I don't know how you keep this up. And then he like starts walking back to the tavern.
Aw. Kit like takes a moment and goes back.
Sweet. The meantime, Crimson, what were you doing? Waiting to talk with Thyme, I guess.
Oh, I was lamenting the social situation that we find ourselves in right now, in which a little bit of financial hardship is enough for me to not be able to kill more people more efficiently. And this saddens me greatly.
As you're talking about your spoils and your potential spoils, and how you might not reach your potential spoils, depending on what happens about your axe, on your axe situation, you realize Edwina, this more, let's say, nerdier looking soldier, kind of moves close to you, and she just seems like she's nervously waiting for a way to talk to you. She's like,
What's up? How are you doing?
"Oh, hi." Oh, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's all cool. I'm Edwina. Hi.
Crimson Void.
So is that your name, or is that like some tribal nickname?
Sure.
Yes.
Is it? Do these come off? And she like points at one of your scales.
If someone's strong enough to take them off, maybe. Never happened,
You guys are adventurers, right?
I guess.
Okay, so that guy, and she points at Captain Dion. Apparently, and she starts talking quieter, like, apparently, he convinced Tarek, one of our soldiers here, to maybe become an adventurer.
Okay.
And I've told Tarek once that there are some texts that I've read here in the fort that speak of a place here in the Central Hills. Supposedly there's like a dungeon here. And I think Tarek wants me to tell him more stuff about it so he can go and try to explore the dungeon, but I'm pretty sure he's just gonna die.
Can I see the guy? I can, right?
So Captain Dehan is sitting there being rowdy and stuff. Tarek is not in the tavern.
This Tarek, is he a soldier here at the fort?
Yeah, he's the only elf we have. I think he's...
Oh, yeah,
He's,
I've
at the
seen
tower.
him. He's an adult. He can make his own choices. We might just say that he's not allowed to go out there and die if that's what he want to do.
Oh, maybe I'm talking to the wrong person about this.
I don't know what you want me to say. Do you want me to convince him not to do that? I mean, I can shake him a little bit, rough him up around the edges and tell him that if he's not ready to fight me, maybe he's not ready to go out there. I don't think that's a very good idea, to be honest.
No, not that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I agree.
No. How about this is what I was thinking. You just kind of tell him some of the scary stuff you've seen, because Captain Dehan was singing all the praise of the adventurer life and stuff. How about you tell him, how traveling can be very dangerous, and how you can get diseases and other stuff that is very more, much deadlier if you're not in the appropriate establishment.
You can. This can happen to you anywhere, right here, actually.
Well, don't tell him that.
I don't know any scary stuff. In this case, I think you are asking the wrong person. I have never seen something that made me scary. I have seen danger, yes, but you face the danger, you overcome the danger. It has worked for me so far.
Right.
But I am pretty strong, so there is that.
Yes. I can clearly see that. But how about, you guys fought the orcs, right? They're still around.
Yes, we did, yeah.
That was probably scary. Maybe not for you, but for a normal person it would be.
I'll be honest, I don't remember some parts of the fight, so maybe it was.
So what does that mean?
It means that maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but I don't remember the whole fight, to be honest. But tell me something. You were saying that there's a place here in the Central Hills, there's a dungeon, and he wants to go there. Why? Why would he go there?
Well, he just fancies himself an adventurer now, I think. He's like, I'll go find riches and, not die because I'm a hero.
So you're saying that there might be riches in these dungeons?
She's like, oh no.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
She thinks for a second. Look. Maybe you talking to him won't be great, but maybe if you take the papers and you go there instead of him, that might work out.
Yeah, maybe we can think of something else. Like, I don't want to steal his thunder. If you think he's gonna go there, he would like to go there. Like, I would like you to tell me where this dungeon is so I can avoid it. So I can not go there.
She's like,
but if you think that I should go, yeah, I can talk to the Crimson Goats and we might figure something else.
It's not our name.
You're not participating on the conversation.
This is Natalia talking, not Kit.
she's like, seems confused a little bit. She looks at the goat and is like, is that his name?
No, it's the name of our group. He's the leader.
Oh, okay. What?
He packs a mean punch. I mean, I should say kick, but yeah.
I think I forgot something in the oven, but thank you. Nice talking to you, Mr. Crimson Voids. As she's like getting up.
Bring me those papers. I would love to peruse them.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find them. And she's like steps away.
I wanna go after Kit. Where is Kit?
Probably coming back to the tavern now.
Hey, Kit, come here.
Oh, yeah.
You see that girl over there? The one that is pretending to look into something just to walk away from me? Yeah, so she said that there's a place here in the Central Hills where there might be riches. It's a dungeon.
Oh. Ooh. Dungeons are fun.
And she said she has
not always.
papers that point to the dungeon's directions. So I thought to myself, papers probably have writing in them. Who's the person who loves writing? You
It's
do.
me. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, how do we get those papers?
I don't know, but maybe you can find out.
Okay.
Yes.
Edwina!
I love that interaction so much. Who's the person who loves Writing me. Oh my god.
Who has the 2 thumbs and loves writing?
Yeah.
This guy. Anyway.
Oh man. You see, she was like kind of awkwardly stepping away from the tavern, even though she didn't want to, but she said she had to, and she was like slowly walking out, seeing if you like Crimson was paying attention or not. She's like, "Oh, yes, hi, kids, hi,
Hi.
hi,
Hi.
hi."
It gets like weirder and weirder every time I play her. I don't know what's going on. Anywho. So, Crimson told me something very interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
about some papers you have.
Well, I have many papers.
Oh, I love papers. I have one that's like a little thicker, so you can actually use a lot of ink and it doesn't like seep through, so it's
Ooh.
amazing. Yeah.
It's a very
So
nice
cool.
paper.
Yeah.
I sometimes get to write on those for the sergeant.
Oh yeah, they're so nice.
I feel like I'm on the scene, the office scene or something, like especially discussing paper.
What is
But
going
yeah.
on right now?
I was more referring to some papers that possibly have to do with a dungeon.
Yeah, so I don't know where they came from. I think they're like some maybe adventurers, like recollections on like searching for that place.
Okay.
And I thought it was fascinating, and I told Tarek, and now he wants to go because Captain Dehan convinced him that he should be an adventurer.
Oh.
Eh.
Well, adventuring is hard, but it can be very fulfilling. You can find so many information and stories.
Yeah, that sounds very
also-
exciting.
It could be very dangerous, especially if you don't have a group like I do. Anywho, can I have those papers?
I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
I'll get you the papers. I don't think anybody cares.
Okay.
But you convince Tarek to not be an adventurer. And maybe stick around.
I can try. I'm not very good at convincing people of things that that I don't really believe in. It's a little hard with the whole like not lying thing, you know? But I can give it my best shot.
Okay, just tell him what you told me. That it's like, maybe don't tell him that it's like fulfilling and stuff, and just tell him, it's dangerous.
If only there was someone really scary in the group.
Right?
If only.
Yeah.
I can.
Doesn't mean to be tonight. Can be in some other time. Like he's working anyway.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try.
Okay. Thanks. All right, I'll see about getting them for you
Thank you.
sometime.
Okay.
Cool.
I pat her awkwardly on the shoulder. It's gonna be okay.
She like almost like doesn't know if she is supposed to go for a hug or not, and she just kind of stands there awkwardly for a moment and just goes.
Mhm. I go back and I stand like right next to Crimson. I think we're gonna get the papers.
Nice. Does she want to go forward with my idea of beating the guy up to show him that it's dangerous out there? Like, if he can't beat me, he shouldn't be out there adventuring. I told her it's a bad idea, but maybe she changed her mind.
I don't think that's what she wants. No.
All right. I can just break his nose.
Um.
Have you ever broke your nose? It hurts a lot. You can't see for a few seconds. It's hard to breathe. I don't know any adventurers. I mean, any fighter types that haven't had their noses broken at least once. So if he cannot deal with that, he shouldn't be out there.
Yeah, but let's leave his nose intact for now.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. And I'll wait for time to finish her set again.
I think by now I'm finished, please.
Thyme is like minute 6 of the Freebird solo, you know?
It's like go straight into Stairway to Heaven. Yeah, sure, you're done. Everybody's like, yay!
And then I'm just sitting around being like, jeez, this cheap crowd. Like, I'm still smiling, but I'm just saying under my breath, like,
Yeah.
Tell us a joke!
You
did
see
you say?
Belinda. You kind of fly back to the bar with your hat and just kind of like start, I don't know, cleaning your loot or something near the bar. And she comes closer and kind of sneakily drops 3 T-bars in your hat.
appreciate it.
Really livening up the place.
Yeah. I mean, people seem lively enough as it is, but I'm glad to be able to help.
Well, I gotta say, before you guys came around, it wasn't this lively here. Sometimes, but yeah. I think your
It's a
adventuring brought a little of
routine, you
energy.
Yeah. You get into a routine, everybody's like seeing the same people over and over again. It's not a bad thing to have a bit of music and a bit of people around.
That's true.
So, what was Crimson Void up to?
He wants a shinier axe.
Sounds like him.
I've gathered.
Yeah, he's very fond of slicing things with it.
That I am. Thanks for noticing.
Is he keeping you safe out there?
I fend for myself well enough as it is.
You look like you do. You know, some people don't like that they consider themselves vertically challenged in a way, but they don't see that the challenge makes them stronger.
I like your way of seeing things.
Well, thank you.
Alright, looks like they both all of them got up to some kind of mess of trouble. I gotta go see what it is.
All right, keep them safe.
Do my best. I'm assuming you guys are more or less at a table, so I'll just...
Kid's like almost leaning. And
Alright.
she will tell you everything in a very, very long-winded way that I'm not gonna do for the sake of the audience, but think very long-winded.
Yeah, I think time starts with just sitting down and then just gradually just is like...
But yeah, basically that's it. We want to see if you could just ask Belinda to give us a discount on the axe.
I mean, I can ask. What are your thoughts on we keep to the 300, but since you're so worried about us owing a debt, we see if she includes in some things like potatoes and mana potions and things we're gonna need anyway.
That sounds like a plan. I just bought a bunch of incense from her.
Lovely.
I'm gonna start cooking my food outside because I don't think I will be patronizing this establishment no longer.
She's all right. She's, you know,
It's just business.
it's business, and it's kind of being a woman alone in the world.
Yeah. Maybe we should talk to her together. Let's go. And I start like assuring everybody.
Maybe not all of us all together. I think Crimson has said his piece.
Okay, fair.
Maybe just a couple of us, and we just step in.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to go through all this trouble just because of my ex. It's fine.
It's a nice axe. I want to see what the rainbow medal does to it.
It's gonna look great, won't it? It's gonna look,
gonna be a
joyful,
great-looking
festive.
axe.
My enemies will have something to enjoy in their brief lives before I end them. I think it's lovely.
There's
Plus,
nothing better than a nice axe. Yeah.
plus, the kids won't be scared of me anymore.
Well,
Maybe.
Agree to disagree on that, but we can just. All we can do is ask, and I'm assuming you guys also mentioned the dungeon.
yeah. No, long-winded.
Yeah.
Everything.
I mean, worst case scenario, if you need a couple of extra to bars, we can see whatever that's about. Also, like, has anyone checked the board to see if there are any jobs? Because there might be a little bit of fast cash there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Also, I was gonna say, did anyone think of maybe accompanying this novice adventurer? Maybe we kind of bring him along with the group so that he knows what adventuring's like, and
Maybe we
can
could
keep him
take
safe.
we could take him with us. Make him do all the risky stuff.
No.
We protect him from harm. He still has to do it, but we protect him. And in the end, we don't pay him. We say that he did it for experience.
That sounds shifty.
No, it's there's a word for that. I think it's
Your characters are blending.
internship or something.
My nose is bleeding. 1 second.
There's only one conundrum. So I did tell Edwina in exchange for the papers, I would convince him not to be an adventurer.
I think I can.
Can we convince
Talk
him
to
by
him.
making him come on an adventure with us?
Can we convince him to be an unpaid adventurer with us?
Let's
I
try
learned that
this.
from a weird rectangle the other
Why
day.
don't I give him a very, very honest recounting of our previous adventures? And
I
if
can
he's
help
still
with-
interested,
I can help. I
Oh, I know.
honesty is
I know.
something that I am known for, so I can, vouch for you.
Thyme, you should tell him that if he wants to prove himself, he should challenge me to a duel. Not a dangerous duel. I'm not gonna beat up the guy. It's just so he can be a little bit scared. Like I'm not gonna hurt him unless he asks me to, but he probably won't.
we recount our adventures. See if he's still interested. If he's still interested, we see if he can do anything to prove his mettle as a soldier. And if he seems up to snuff and everyone's pleased enough with it, he comes with us.
Okay, but Belinda first.
Melinda first, because she's right here.
Oh, tap, Thyme on the back and be like, you got this. And cast guidance.
There you go.
Nice.
And let's talk to Belinda.
Back already.
Yeah, unfortunately. It seems Crimson's set himself up for a very steep price from the sound of it.
That's a usual price.
But it's more than he has, and it's more, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's more money than I've ever had.
Huh.
It's fair. It's your experience, it's your time. You've worked with Rainbow Metal before, and we completely understand that and respect that. But also, it's not a small sum.
No,
And
it's not.
part of me is wondering, since we've generally been decent customers to you and we've helped you out where we could, we also got you free labor. I don't think you're paying Bertrand for helping you out.
Oh, he doesn't touch my stuff anymore. He's just helping out at the fort. He's not allowed in here.
Ah, fair enough. But part of me was kind of hoping, because it's such a high price, would there be any way of including into the deal maybe a couple of things we need to keep ourselves alive, like, you know, mana potions and potatoes and what have you?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Wait, just a second. I'm gonna add to that. As soon as Thyme is done talking, I'm gonna say, yeah, and just think about it. When he walks out of here with his beautiful axe, anyway, causing a lot of damage all through the Central Hills, imagine how many people are gonna know about your abilities as a blacksmith. People are
You could
gonna
also
come
just
to you.
do a little bit of promotion and be like,
Yeah.
this incredibly powerful axe was created by Belinda at Fort Hammerhead.
Yes.
Maybe you too can also get, you know, a little bit of word of mouth. It's the most powerful form of advertisement.
Well,
Well, I'll throw one more thing in the mix. How about, and I just thought of this. How about Thyme here, who is an incredible musician, makes you a jingle for Shorty's. Let me remember for Shorty's Metal Works.
I'd be happy to include it.
you know, never thought about that. Both of you. So Thyme, give me a diplomacy check, and then Kit can help.
Yeah, I'm helping.
You guys have a
with
bonus.
diplomacy.
And you can
And-
roll
God's
twice, by
sake.
the way.
Yeah, I rolled twice and both were not good.
Oh no! I rolled a natural one.
Hey, I have 12.
Wow, you're
Oh my
doing
gosh.
so good, guys. This is amazing.
Oh.
Oh man, it's tough as a DM when you want to help, and
It's
then
okay.
natural ones.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we go to a dungeon.
Yeah, and again,
You guys are talking to her, and you're like, so there seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here. I'm already kind of known. So I don't really need that. But I'll tell you this. Yes. I'll tell you this. It is true that I do want to know more about how Rainbow Matter works. Okay? So, fine. I'll make you a deal. I'll give you the same choice that I gave that guy, Crimson Void. You guys give me one of the pieces, and I'll do it for free. Or, I'll... If you do all your shopping before you leave with me, I'll throw in a mana potion. Mana essence. You guys are out there, it's dangerous. Sometimes you get tired in the wrong moment. Heard you talking to some dungeon. You guys are good customers, so don't need you to die out there. It's the best I can do.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
So perhaps we wait on the axe and then just do a bit of shopping before we head out. You know, we gotta stay for the night at least.
Yeah.
To be clear, if you guys do the axe and all your shopping with me, I'll throw in the mana essence.
I mean, I was just going to buy extra anyway, because I think at least me and Kit ought to have them on hand at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the axe is unfortunately going to have to wait, because Crimson Void is a very proud man. He will not accept charity, even from associates.
I mean, just pay me now ahead and tell him I, charged him less. Whatever. It's the same to me.
Oh, she can't.
Sorry, dear.
Yeah. I like the idea, like the thought. Good gumption. Unfortunately, don't think it's going to work.
But we can talk to him. Maybe we can pull some money together as a group and
I mean,
convince
this
him.
isn't an urgent thing. This is like, we just stumbled upon this. It's not like we have to have it,
I guess.
Yeah.
We don't even know what it actually does.
I mean,
For
we got,
realsies.
I feel like I thought we got a little bit of a whiff.
Yeah, we have
while
an
were-
idea, but
Yeah.
we don't fully
No.
comprehend it.
No. Does anyone comprehend anything?
Look, I can also let you pay installments if you want. Which is
Ooh.
me investing also in you as a group. Assuming you will return.
Of course
Assuming
we
we
will.
don't die terrible deaths.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
there's that.
I mean,
Well-
I'll bring him the offer and see what he thinks.
Alright.
And I hope we don't die.
Can you arrange a couple of rooms for us tonight? Just
Of course, dear.
Please.
You guys can stay for free, you know that.
thank you.
Okay, let's talk. Maybe check the board, talk to the group, wait for Gron, and
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah, I think check the board, Tarek, bed.
Yes,
Well, you can check the board. I will talk to Crimson and let him know the.
perfect.
So the board still has the other two adventurers there, or
The same.
requests.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we did the first one. We have the second one, which is the village hiding purist war criminals,
Mm-hmm.
and the disappearing goats.
I have a feeling the
Meh.
disappearing goats were related to the circus.
Maybe if that's the case, they don't.
How
need us
many goats
anymore.
can they possibly have? Like, how many goat farms can they possibly have out here?
I know. Maybe it's Central Hills will only export.
Aside from rainbow metal, which no one can get their hands on, except mysteriously.
Let's gather the group and talk.
Yep. So, Crimson, bad news.
It's all right.
Seems I'm a bit tired and I can't get much of a deal out of her. But she did offer to let us pay in installments.
I don't like owing money.
I don't either, so I respect that.
It's okay. You tried. I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that she asked for 300 because I only have 297. So. Nah, I'm just kidding. I have 200 and something, but not that much.
Again, do you want 100? Cause I could take or leave 100.
I have at least 50. I can give you a little.
You all
I'm
keep your
probably
money.
the richest of all of us. Come to think of it.
You are rich. You are rich in
well,
your
I don't know
mind.
what you have, but
Well, I just bought a bunch of incense, so not much.
I got
I have a-
plenty.
Good amount of money, but I don't go around talking about money in open spaces.
Ooh, that's
Nah,
smart.
it's okay. I'm gonna get some money eventually.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah.
Either the dungeon or the
Maybe.
war criminals.
Yeah. Or the goats.
What about the goats?
Missing
It's what-
goats.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
more.
I
goats
thought you were
missing.
talking about us. Okay.
Are we the
What
goats?
in the world does that mean?
Sorry?
Are we missing goats? Why are we missing goats? We have Duke,
no,
right?
No, we're not missing goats. Like, we are the goats. The crimson
what?
goats? No?
Last I checked, I was a minotaur, but I don't know.
The crimson
Are
goats.
you talking about a group name?
I mean,
Yes.
I do know that some people in Valkyria
Dude.
Valkyria or something say the goats as in like greatest of all time. So that's what I thought you were referring to.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's us, the crimson goats, because we are.
Why gotta be crimson, man?
It's a pretty color. It reminds me of something.
That's not our name.
Well, you guys don't
Yeah.
pick a better name, so I'm sticking to it until
Why do we
someone
need
makes
a
a better
name?
proposition. Because it's cool. Like, imagine you are running through the roads, and then your enemies see you coming from afar, and they tremble with fear, and they tell each other, "Look, you guys better run, because here come the Crimson Goats." And then we come and we terrify everyone, and we win the battle, and we loot their camps and save the princess that they kidnapped, maybe. The
You and I
name.
have different priorities in life.
I will also say crimson is a shade of
name.
red and Gran is very red.
I don't know who that is. The name is important. Imagine. We are running on the road, and then our enemies see Kit, and they say, "Oh, look, here comes Kit. Everybody run." Nobody's gonna run. But if they say, "Here comes the Crimson Goats," the chill.
Like-
They
gonna be
also
like,
aren't
"What?"
going to
that
run.
they're going to.
Yeah, they're gonna try and look for goats who are crimson. Get
And
confused.
then we get them by surprise. That's even smarter. You get it.
Can we
You
just
get
be
it.
the element of
Not
surprise?
really.
That's a very cool name. We can be the element of surprise, but I kind of think that
I'm not married
Can
to it.
get-
I just
overused. I mean, Crimson Goats is pretty rad.
pretty red or pretty rad.
Both.
Why not just the goat warriors or something?
Because Duke is the goat warrior. Like,
Why do we need to be goats?
I'm
Because
also
Duke
just
is
like
part of our
not a
group.
warrior. I do not.
I
I don't
am
even have a
definitely not a
weapon.
warrior.
Yeah, valid.
like what is the one thing that defines our group? It's the fact that we have Duke. So
Is
it has to be something with goats.
The pursuit of knowledge.
No,
That define. No, okay.
No.
I tried.
not the pursuit of knowledge.
for the effort.
It can be the life extinguishers.
I don't
Or-
want
want to be known as
extinguish
killing
lives.
people.
Yeah.
You did just the other day, like you off the guy at the circus.
I didn't kill anyone.
Certain
The
circumstances.
gnarly broskies.
I like gnarly. Broski's.
Not so much?
The,
The gnarly
mighty
goats?
brochachos. Sorry.
I feel like we need Gran here. We shouldn't make any decisions until we have Gran.
I don't know who you're talking about, and I don't know what this person has to do with our group.
I'm not talking to you anymore. I think I'm gonna go find Tarek and let
Okay.
him know that Edwina wants him to not die.
I'll go with you.
Kid, who is Grant?
Your selective memory loss is not amusing.
Oh, you mean the Crimson Kid?
Oh my god.
When did he started calling himself Grant?
That's always been his name, Dad.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Huh. You live and learn, I guess.
Sometimes.
Crimson Kid's better. Thanks, Crimson Bro. I'm just messing with you.
That was a good one.
All right.
Tarek!
Are you gonna talk to Tarek now before? Okay.
Yeah.
You find him in one of the towers in the corners.
Can we talk to you a minute? Can we come up or can you come down?
Yeah, you can come up, but I'm kind of working.
Do you have a break?
We want to tell you about our adventure.
You see, he kind of looks at the Isabrine, the woman at the other tower, and she just kind of gives a disapproving look, but like shrugs and looks away, and he's like, "Yeah, sure," and walks down.
Listen, he's allowed to have a break. Like, everyone needs, like, at least some, 15 minutes to get water and,
Yeah. So what's up? How is the adventure? You guys are alive? I mean, you seem to be missing one, but I guess
He died
You know.
a gruesome death. It's what happens when you go out on adventures unprepared.
Are you with us? I didn't think you joined us.
I didn't, but I really wanted to say this.
He just slipped out just to say that line.
Yeah, it just shows up. And then leaves.
I have his head on my backpack. Do you want to see? It's all bloody, and the maggots started to eat it already. I'm gonna use it on a horrifying ritual that is gonna grant me more power, because if you're not willing to do disgusting stuff like that, you are not ready to be an adventurer.
give me
I don't think I
A-
need to help at all.
intimidation check. You can use strength for that instead.
Oh, natural one. No, wait. I'm lucky. I'm gonna roll again. I don't even care. I don't even care.
Oh man.
19 total.
Oh wow. Okay. You see that, like, kind of believes you.
I'm gonna show it
or-
to you.
It's like,
You see, he doesn't have hair, so I have to pull him from by the ears. By his long elven ears. One of them already ripped on my hand the other day, but the other one's still mostly intact. Let me show you.
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Also, this might be illegal. Did you guys kill him?
No. The orcs killed him. They ambushed us on the road.
My
I
gosh.
had to kill the last orc using only these 3 fingers and my teeth. I'm gonna taste orc for days. It's not the first time I have to do this. You know, after a few times, you kind of start liking it.
I think I have to get back to work. Did you guys have something you need to swap?
We were more or less going to we heard you were interested in adventuring. We wanted to give you a better sense of what that actually means. Crimson Void might have taken that in an interesting direction, but just wanted to let you know before you decide to jump in foolhardy on your own into some, I don't know, dungeon or something and potentially get yourself killed.
Yeah. Maybe wait and find a group to go together.
Yeah, and
Or
just
something.
make sure you're up to the challenge and everything like that.
I
Edwina
had to,
mentioned it. I think she's a good friend. You should.
I had to leave my first group to die because it was the only way for one of us to survive. I still dream about them, of their screams, calling my
Crimson,
name.
one day we're getting you a one-man show. But
Yeah, I need to like go look at the wilderness for the rest of my shift. So yeah, cool.
Yep.
See you guys later.
Be careful.
Steps away.
Just so you know,
See? That was easy.
not everything he said was true, but the gist of it kind of is.
Like
I don't even know what the gist was.
it's not even looking back at you guys anymore.
I mean, that accomplished it. It wasn't my plan, but
That wasn't hard.
No.
I mean, that stuff that I said that happened, it didn't happen to Gron. But it doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
To you, maybe. Yet. Nah, you're alright. Let's go back and have a beer.
You scare me
Yeah,
sometimes.
I don't like that. That didn't happen yet.
I'm just messing with you. It's not gonna happen. I'm here to protect you guys. Don't worry. But if I'm ever not around, it's still not gonna happen because they're still Buckle.
I
But
thought
if
I
you're-
was the most ferocious warrior here.
Yes, that was what I was going to say. If both of us are not around, there's you. And if you're not around, well,
Kit can heal herself.
Kit can talk people into submission.
Yeah.
Crimson Goats! Then he raises his
We're
hand and
not
goes back.
sticking with that name.
You love it, you know it. You just
guys
not
hear
ready to
somebody?
admit.
Somebody somewhere goes, whoop!
Sydney loves it. Time does not.
Oh, I hate it. It's the silliest thing ever. I would hate if the group decides to go in that name, and I'm glad that you guys won't. So I can keep like playfully pushing because it's a horrible name.
It's so bad.
It's bad. Cool. Before you guys go to sleep, Kururu comes to each of you and like grabs your hands, looks you straight in the eye, puts a hard rock in your hand, and then like there's a round of that.
Oh, Kururu, I have something for you. And I give her like the smallest fragment of rainbow metal that I found, like the tiny one that doesn't serve any purpose. I found this. It's really pretty, and I hope that one day my weapon will be as pretty as this.
You give that to her. She's like, "Wow, this is like one of the most beautiful rocks I've ever seen." She's super like over the moon with this, like gives you a hug. And just like stares.
Cool.
Like almost blue screened. Kururu. She's just there, standing there now. It's like looking at it,
It's
looking
really,
at it like in the sunlight, looking at it close to the candle. But yeah, this is their last night at the fort. They're going. They're leaving the next morning with Bullock, who's been sleeping for days. And yeah, I mean, if you guys not gonna do anything else tonight,
I was just gonna go up to Kururu and just sort of gently tap her on the nose and go, bonk, and then give her a hug.
Aw.
Too precious.
she's like, "Sorry about that."
Nah, no sorry to be had. You're good.
I approach her. I'm gonna miss you. And I hug her.
Aww. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys. It was a cool adventure. I found so many rocks."
That's awesome.
Some of them had spells in them. That was crazy.
Yeah, very helpful.
It's a shame that they vanish after you use the spell.
Yeah, I'm still studying that.
Well, I hope the one that I gave you doesn't have any spells. So I hope you can keep it. But if there is a spell, hope it's a very useful one.
I bet it will be. Probably shiny. Cool. Guys, go to sleep. Then it's up to you guys. If you guys have any plans, if you guys want to do any shopping, you don't need to decide on that right now. I'm gonna ask, are you guys gonna wait on Gran?
I'm gonna go
Okay.
back to the elf and I'm gonna tell him something like, "Hey, I thought a lot about what I told you last night. And I have decided that I'm gonna try to bring my friend back. So if you see him, don't panic. It's just coming back home."
He's like in the middle of a spoonful, puts it down. Well, there goes my appetite.
Yeah,
Thanks for the heads up.
yeah, you need a strong stomach to be out there. And I tap him on the shoulder like, you know, like that uncle that taps you on the shoulder really hard when you're a
Yeah.
kid, like that.
He needs to let go from the table, you know, because the soup shakes. Cool. On the second day, at some point, Kit, you're walking around or doing something, and you see one of the soldiers, this blonde woman with long hair, very straight hair, kind of intercepts you in the middle, and she's like, "Hi. Would you maybe have a moment?"
Sure.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
No, I wasn't doing anything.
Is it true you're a follower of Thanato, or a chosen one?
Yeah. I don't know if I would call myself a chosen one, but yeah, Thanato graced me with her powers. Some powers.
Power of reading.
How do you know?
And talking a lot.
How do you know? When how do you know if you're actually,
I'm not sure I follow. How do you know you're chosen?
Yeah, or maybe blast in some way?
Oh, there are many ways that kind of connection can manifest. Maybe you notice that if you talked to someone, you felt heard, or you saw signs somewhere. Maybe you realize that you can, like, channel some energy and perform small miracles. Why are you asking?
No, nothing. It's silly. No, I can't
What?
make any miracles. No.
Are you sure? You sound like maybe you may have seen some signs.
Give me an insight.
Oh,
Check
because
it.
I'm so good at those.
You should have
Oh my
reasoned.
god, it's another 2. I rolled a 2, and a 1, and a 2.
It's your second 8 in a row, by the way.
Yeah. My like skills are actually pretty high. I just don't roll anything.
Look, if you want, only if you want, you can stop rolling like shit. Like,
Thank you. I'll try my best.
Believe in your potential. If you wish for it really hard, it's gonna manifest.
it's been a chain of bad rolls for like episodes now.
Mojo.
And she's like, "No, it's not for me. You know, it's for a friend, actually
Oh.
a visitor that came by, and they were wondering, and I just like, you know, kept it in my head. But yeah,
Cool.
no, thanks.
What did your
Uh,
visitor friend do? What's the question?
Oh, they were. You believe them, by the way.
Mhm.
You believe her. And she's like, oh, they've, you know, thought they maybe healed an animal. They weren't sure.
Oh, why would they think they may have healed? Like, what do they do? Can I talk to them?
Oh,
Maybe I can-
they laughed. Yeah, I don't know where they
Oh,
live. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. I would just, I mean, my own path was a little weird. I felt like the first time that I did it, I kind of like heard a little voice in my head saying that I should touch someone, and I did, and their leg was all healed up out of nowhere, and I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah, probably. Like, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. But if your friend ever comes back and you want to ask him to wait for me if I'm on an adventure or something, I would love to help them out, you know?
Cool. It's more like an acquaintance, you know, not really a
No.
friend.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
just
all
in
right.
case.
Yeah. I'll let them know. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
of
Thank you
course.
for your time. She walks off.
If I could at least roll a little bit. Who was this again?
What? This is Moira. Cool. At some point also in the second day, Crimson, Verda would come and talk to you.
Who?
Verda, the
Oh.
barbarian
Oh
Liffle
yeah, I remember her.
from the Howling
I guess,
Mountains.
yeah.
What's up?
Just walk up to you and just kind of does the, you know, this like
The bro.
backwards head shake. He says, "So you decided to take one of those, huh?" Like motioning at your crown.
I was already born with some of this. I figured a little more could enhance my efficiency. and fighting the storm. But to be honest, maybe that wasn't the best decision I've ever made.
Yeah. Has pros and cons.
Yeah. But there's also no way back, so I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna use it to the best of my abilities and hope to do more good than bad with it. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I can hope for.
It's a very worthy endeavor of you.
Well, my God will guide my path, as he has been doing since he ascended.
Mhm. Yeah. You know, it's not always. Sometimes those things, they keep growing.
I know.
And you gotta keep up, you know?
Yeah. Are you experiencing something like that? If I may ask.
No. I wasn't sure if I would be able to keep up if it did that to me. Some people just lose it
Yeah, I know.
when they get that. You seem mildly on the normaler side of the spectrum of things, she would say. She wouldn't say spectrum.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But I've seen people succumb to it. The city of the Tormenta, the one that is... It starts here in Zakharov. It gets into the Howling Mountains, and in the same area, many of my people were affected by it. I wasn't from that area, but apparently the effects were felt even far from there. But I've met a few, and some of them do fare really well with them. Some of them don't. I am trying to make the best of my situation and fight for as long as I can. And if someday I think that I'm not able to keep fighting, I pray to Arsenal to give me the strength to finish myself before I end up doing something that would kill me inside.
Just kind of nods, makes a face of like, yeah, worthy endeavor. This is the way, you know.
Yeah,
Kind of offers that.
he talks to her equal to equal, like warrior to warrior.
Yeah. She says, well, if it comes to that, I'll try to help you along the way.
I appreciate that. And if you ever need however much help I can provide, I would be happy to provide that help.
Well, how about some training?
Sure. Get up from the table. Yeah.
Cool. All right. If you guys don't do anything else on the second day, which by the way you guys can keep like healing and stuff, Grun comes along on the third day.
See,
Beginning of the
Elf?
third day.
I told you!
He's just like pale.
When Gran comes close, I assume he sees the scene and he comes close and I'm like, by the way, if he asks, you died and came back. It's trying to protect
Sure.
him. Don't know too much about it.
Why is that again?
There's a girl in the fort that I think she fancies him, and she's scared that he's going to become an adventurer and go out. Because why would he? He has a stable job. He probably earns better than most people in the kingdom. So she's like, why would he give everything up to become an adventurer, maybe die in a dungeon? So I told him some colorful stories that may or may not include you dying a horrifying death, and then I decided to bring you back, and here you are. So if he asks, just smile and nod.
So you were trying to scare this guy not to go into our kind of,
Yeah,
line of work.
into our line
Is
of
that
work,
it?
yes. I mean, if he's scared by that, he's not cut to be an adventurer anyway.
Oh yeah, I
See,
think
just
I
trying
think
to
so.
keep the population at a steady pace instead of rapidly declining, as it tends to happen
Did it
in our
seem to
profession.
work?
There's also
Well,
a dungeon that we really want to go through that might have a bunch of gold.
Oh yeah, we want to get the
Oh.
dungeon and not
Or
let him
the
do it.
bars.
You ask if it worked. He wasn't that white yesterday. He works under the sun. He should be 10.
Do you want us to take a look and talk to him?
Nah, it's okay.
No,
Just leave
it's
the guy.
Gran, it's fine.
He needs some quiet right now. It's been
Ah,
fun for me.
Anyway,
yeah,
welcome
Crimson's-
back, dude.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
what have you been
Sorry
up
for
So, did you bring soup?
no.
Oh.
I did do this drawing for
Oh,
you.
Crimson Void turns back and walks away. He doesn't even care. No soup. Bye.
Oh well. Here you go. And I assume we are on the tavern, maybe? I don't know. Just leave it
Or
by
like
the
outside the tavern
table
or
or
something.
Yeah, it's like
just hand it over to the closest person.
Welcome back. Did
Thank
you
you.
say us?
I guess we did.
Oh,
How lucky that Crimson Void just walked away.
What does us mean? Like, is there more of you operating you?
I don't understand. We are one.
But you say we, and I am just I.
Yeah.
Tomato.
No, I don't.
okay.
Except maybe I'm redder.
Tomato?
Yeah.
Is he talking about soup? No? Okay.
Yeah. How was your time of, reclusion? Did you find what you
Reflection.
were looking for? Yeah. Sure.
We did actually. Yeah, that's what this drawing is about. I kept thinking of what has changed. And I started sketching a bunch of stuff since I left Victoria, and I kept getting back to our time together, which has been a small fraction of the time, but seems to matter the most. So yeah, I did this, and I had a drawing of our night at the cemetery before we went to sleep, with everyone there, time, doing that stuff. I guess we didn't have much time to meditate, and I suppose that drawing kind of helps us with that. So yeah. Thank you for waiting, by the way.
Of course, we wouldn't go without you. You left a note, by the way. Your handwriting, gorgeous.
Thank you. I did take some calligraphy, but yeah, that's
Very impressed.
I've actually had a
right.
thought about our night at the graveyard. My dreams were pretty mumbled and kind of cluttered together a bunch of different things, but my last one, it almost was like, almost felt like I was talking to someone, like, who, like, it would almost be like if I was sitting and having a conversation with Bucko, but Bucko's in an entirely different city. Like, we were in the same room, but it felt like, I mean, maybe it was just my mind messing with me.
No, because it actually, I had a similar experience. It wasn't the same, but I kind of relived something that happened to me before. But it was almost like I had all the experience that I have now, even though it wasn't the past. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, that's why it's a memory, right?
Yeah, but it's
Just so happens, yeah.
almost
we went
like,
through something similar.
yeah, if I was reliving it now instead of back then.
I mean,
Yeah.
I felt like my memories were coming and going. Like, I'd remember I'd be in the middle of it and I just let it, like I was still the age I was, and then it just kept moving up to, because everyone else, I was just, it was like I was stuck back in time a little bit, and like I kind of could remember future things, but I couldn't really, and I just kind of got swept up into it. But the last one, we just talked, like, properly.
Did we all have those, like, past dreams?
Yeah.
Lots.
We
I
certainly did.
mean, I did.
I wonder what it means.
Some stuff were different. We could do things differently. But
Well, yeah, it's in your
in
mind,
the end,
right?
nothing changed. The outcome was the same. For us, anyway.
I don't know. I mean, all the other ones, yeah, it was like 3 different things, and it's kind of dreams I've had time and time again for some of these. Usually more nightmare than this. The last one was different. That's the thing that's been bothering me.
Maybe there's something about that place and the connection it has to divinity and the things that we imagine happened there. Maybe they're trying to send us a message or something.
There's something to do with trauma, I think.
Maybe.
Don't know about yourselves, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go.
Anyway, you have to, keep moving forward,
yeah,
right?
let's-
Yeah, what's done is done.
Let's go talk to Edwina about that map. I mean, those texts, and maybe
The papers you
check-
love.
Yeah. They were nice papers. Anyway.
All right.
All right.
On the third day, with ground back, you guys have a couple more missions you can pursue. You guys can, of course, explore. You guys can go after maybe this dungeon thing, which I won't give you the papers now because I haven't quite prepared them yet. But you guys have options, and you guys have some time to decide. And
Still gotta
we'll see
pick
you
a
guys.
group name.
We do. We should really do that next time.
Still waiting for that Crimson Goats shirt, by the way. Anyway, see you guys next time. Before I say the goodbyes, wanted to thank Samu and Nachizaki for playing with us. They didn't play many times, but it was very iconic, very memorable stuff. Tonight does end their arc with us. But who knows? Maybe we'll have some other guests in the future. And yeah, Giselle Fernandez, Guilherme Moina, Natalia Molero, Sidney Gernat, Victor Lucky, I'm Alexander Januzzi. Thank you for watching. We love you guys. Give our cast some love. They deserve it. And we'll see you next time.
Eat your vegetables.
And
Floss your teeth.
go on a lot of adventures on role-playing games because that's what they are for. And don't be
forget
scared
to
of
eat your soup
getting in fictional adventures. Go for it.
and soup.
And so